Well, let's debate. Let's talk about what this image makeover means, what this motorcycle tour by Rahul Gandhi actually tells voters, and whether it really is getting him any political mileage. Joining me live is Nikhil Jain. He's a lawyer who favors the Congress party. Rajat Sethi is one of India's best-known political analysts. Manish, Barriar is spokesperson of the BJP. But I want to begin with Pavan Varma. He's a seasoned political observer, commentator, author, columnist, former diplomat, and now chief spokesperson of the Suraaj party. He's also a former member of parliament. Mr. Varma, welcome. I'd like to start it off with you, sir. Very, very compelling images over the last 4 days, Mr. Varma, of Rahul Gandhi, on a motorcycle, riding through different parts of Bihar, trying to amplify the entire vote chori slogan, which he's hoping will catch on and become a kind of a trending war cry through election season this year and the next. How are you reading it, sir? Is it effective?
Thank you, Shiv. I feel that sporadic display of histrionics as elections come close is hardly a substitute for sustained and efficient party building on an enduring basis. The problem with the Congress is that it hardly has any real presence on the ground. So the motorcycle can cover a large space, but actually on the ground on which Mr. Rahul Gandhi rides, the Congress presence has shrunk. Today, the Congress is a minor subordinate accessory of the RJD, which in itself, the RJD itself is in decline in view of the overwhelmingly successful entry of Suraaj. I'm saying this not only because I'm the spokesperson, It's a position you can verify on the ground. Now, you saw its performance in the last assembly election. Out of 70 seats, which it felt was its right as the national party, it won 19. And the RJD has deeply regretted giving it that many seats. And this time it would be interesting to watch how many seats the RJD gives to the Congress. And even more interesting to watch that if one of its rising stars, Kanhaiya Kumar, in Bihar, is presented a veto by the RJD, will he even be able to stand? That is its actual position in Bihar, where it once ruled for decades. The decline is not only sharp and visible, it is conspicuous, and I'm sorry to say, it's rather unfortunate. So, for him to wake up at this stage and ride a motorcycle and with a magic wand the Congress revives, and the issue that he raises becomes the central issue, is a lot of wishful thinking.
Are you saying it's too little, too late, and this is all just, belated public relations hoopla just before the election?
I am indeed saying that, and I'm saying that is the essential malaise of the Congress party. I mean, it's not only Rahul. We've had entries of leaders of national parties in Bihar only when the elections are around the corner. One good example is Mr. Narendra Modi himself, who has just begun to visit Bihar and raise new issues and so on and so forth. But Mr. Rahul Gandhi's coming to Bihar is in fact a stark display of the fact that so far the Congress party has done nothing and now relies on Mr. Rahul Gandhi's ability to create sensationalism or a very short-lived attention span advantage, which will evaporate the moment he goes back.
The large crowds that are assembling around him, all political parties make a big deal, Mr. Varma, over crowds assembling, the kind of adulation a leader faces, that is natural for every party. Are you saying that these crowds that are assembling to, greet Rahul Gandhi along these roads of the different places that he's cruising down on his motorcycle with Tejasvi Yadav and others, that these are not going to convert into votes?
Shiv, my honest view is that when crowds come as a result of solid groundwork done over a period of time because they are attracted to the idea presented by a party and its ability to possibly achieve it. By contrast only, I am giving the example of Suraaj, where Prashant Kishore first for 2 years in absolute anonymity to the so-called real world walked for 5,000 kilometers covering 4,000 villages, carrying a message, living in a tent, coming back, organizing a party, and now in the Badlav Yatra hosting daily 2 or 3 rallies across the state where people come on on their own in overwhelming numbers. Nobody is brought in a bus. In fact, sometimes we ourselves are surprised at the number of people who come and wait for an hour and a half or 2 if he's delayed. Those are real crowds. But if Rahul Gandhi drives a motorcycle, crowds will collect. Bihar is a very populous state. In any city, it's overcrowded. And it is something interesting to watch.
Okay. Pavan K. Varma, thank you very much, sir. I wanted to start it off with you. So you're saying you're incredulous, you're not buying the motorcycle stunt, and you're saying it's too little, too late. It is election season, it's Bihar, it's a populous state. The crowd kyun nahi aayenge to see someone riding on a motorcycle through a big rally. Thank you very much, sir. Let's open it up. Let's open up the debate tonight. Rajat Sethi is with us, Manish Barriar and Nikhil Jain. The Congress, of course, has refused to be on this debate. But Nikhil, since we had Pavan Varma kick it off, I'll come to you first. Too little, too late. Rahul Gandhi betting on yet another image makeover, yet another kind of spectacle in order to send out a message, jumping from one issue to the other, this time hoping against hope that the entire vote chori slogan catches fire and becomes a movement. Your word.
No, Shiv, so that's where I disagree. You're calling it an image makeover. The way I see it, Rahul Gandhi has maintained and sustained this very image, this very attire, this very style of speaking, this very beard since the Bharat Jodo Yatra in 2022. It's been almost 3 years. He's no longer trying to play into that soft Hindutva narrative. He's no longer trying to play something
so
he's probably not.
Shifted from
he
that.
is being the very real politician that he is. He is talking about the issues that he wants to talk about. He's not caring about whether the BJP is going to, flare it up in a particular political manner, whether the parity or media is going to take it one way or the other. He is talking about the voice of the people as he has been trying to do without any sort of, wearing a mask of something that is politically convenient. That being said, in the initial introduction, you did mention that the Congress party did get a breather in the Lok Sabha elections when they increased their seat tally from 54 to 99. But then they suffered terrible defeats in Maharashtra, Haryana, and then subsequently Delhi. I would like to put that in perspective and context that while the alliance did lose in Maharashtra and Haryana, the alliance also did win in Jammu and Kashmir and Jharkhand. So far as the Maharashtra elections are concerned, there were a number of questions raised on the role of the election commission. There were over
what he's trying to raise right now.
Filed.
You're right. He is trying to raise those issues.
Absolutely.
And I'm trying to is his war cry right now. And he's hoping for it to become a big thing. But I want to get a general sense of what people are thinking about about the spectacle of what Rahul Gandhi is actually trying to attemp. Rajat, you don't seem to buy what Rahul Gandhi is trying once again. He's tried many different images, zip lining, Shiv Bhakt, growing a long beard, projecting himself as a tapasvi. Now he's like a roadster.
I believe the last time when Rahul Gandhi was adorning the famous Janeau, he at least won. His soft Hindutva helped him win the state of Madhya Pradesh. And all the other stuff that he's been doing, all the antiques, hasn't resulted in any win. That is the state of affairs. Even in this current, election season, he's picked up yet another issue of voter chori. It's just like a flavor of an ice cream. That if this is the time you pick strawberry and the next season you pick with vanilla and then you go to pistachio and keep changing the flavor, suiting which season you are in. The problem is that where is that ground study that vote chori is a fundamental issue before the Bihari voters? Where is that data? How is that an emotional chord for Mr. Rahul Gandhi to go to make that outreach to the public? See, public will come. Even if you have a JCB machine digging a hole in the middle of the road, people will come, will gather around the JCB machine to see what the JCB machine is doing. It doesn't mean that the JCB machine will get votes. See, spectacles aside, if we were serious about the Bihar elections, you should have worked way harder instead of these last minute, literally you hunting for a campaign hook to basically have your entire campaign surrounded.
Yeah.
I can imagine, I mean, I have handled elections and I can very well imagine that Congress was in desperate need of an election issue. Now, how they couldn't make development or jobs or anything of that sort as an election issue because Tejasvi had been in power. He didn't deliver as much as was promised by him.
Yeah.
So what issue do you take and go and strike a chord before the Bihari people? And I think this is where they just latched on to whatever was available. They just thought that, maybe vote chori could be that issue which can rally people. I have my doubts.
It's like sampling one issue. When something doesn't work, move on to the other issue. Now with Bihar elections, Nikhil coming, and 3 more big elections coming next year, all the energy, all the resources are being poured into the idea that, votes have been rigged and the entire electoral process has been hijacked. Rahul Gandhi has gone viral for saying 6-year-old children are coming and whispering the vote chori slogan in his ear. There's so much public relations happening. There appears to be some disbelief over whether this is actually resonating on the ground.
No, Shiv, can I respond to that?
Yes.
Yeah. So no, Shiv, I genuinely feel that vote chori is one of those campaigns by the Congress party that is, rallying across opposition parties as well as the public alike. You look at how Tejasvi Yadav was not supposed to be a part of the yatra, but he's now become a part of the yatra. He was supposed to join in for a brief moment, leave, but now Rahul Gandhi and Tejasvi Yadav are doing this yatra together. They're pulling in a lot of crowds. You've also seen that how this issue, this narrative, this evidence is playing out well with the other opposition parties. TMC and the Aam Aadmi Party, which were sort of divorcing themselves from the India Alliance, are back with the India Alliance, are back raising this issue. Let's not forget that 300 members of parliament marched from the parliament to the Election Commission office on this very issue. Of course, they were detained midway, but they did rally across. And so far as the normal people are concerned, now I know this is anecdotal and Rajat would ask, where's the survey, where's the proof of it in an empirical sense? But I'm sure all of us would have had this anecdotal experience that many people who do not follow politics actively, people who would not know that there is something called as SIR going on Bihar, they do know about.
No, but there is a hypocrisy when it comes to SIR also.
From people about
see, the problem with Bihar and SIR is in one place Rahul is saying vote rigging, in the other place he's opposing SIR. So, that hypocrisy he has not.
Why would he not?
See, that is the problem.
Shiv, that is the point.
Nikhil, that is actually the problem. The problem is that resources are being spent in optics, in spectacle, in public persona, in image makeovers, and not enough on perhaps on the actual substance of it. Manish, how is the BJP viewing?
There have been. Let's not forget the press conference that Rahul Gandhi did on the 7th and the formal campaign that the Congress party.
But virtually every one of those things has either been rebutted or there are explanations for what has happened. We've seen that happen. Okay, we will move away from the
issue. There haven't been.
We'll move away from the specific claims. I did a full show on the substantive allegations that Rahul Gandhi also made. I'm just talking about the last 4 days on this motorcycle. Manish, how is the BJP seeing Rahul Gandhi sort of hogging the limelight in Bihar, which is well within his rights to do? He's lit up the TV screens by getting on a motorcycle. How is the BJP seeing this? Rahul Gandhi is the title challenger in Bihar.
So good evening to you and my co-panelists and all the viewers. We call him a political tourist, and at least we are very happy that Rahul Gandhi will be here for 16 days, and he would vouch for a law and order because just few days back he was complaining so much about law and order. So at least from that point of view, I think he would see the development, he would see the roads, infrastructure, and he would appreciate, I'm sure. So Rahul Gandhi's, Rafale movement has again come. And as Mr. Rajat was talking, he keeps changing flavors, and that's what has happened this time also. So I don't think people in Bihar really takes, Congress party and Rahul Gandhi that seriously. They don't have any leader. And the best hope of his Kanhaiya Kumar, he's not even allowed to really, alight any vehicle. Pappu Yadav is their next best leader. And again, with a lot of question mark on his credentials. Who are they really looking at? So I think it's going to be a picnic for Rahul Gandhi. Unfortunately for the people of Bihar, he has not raised any single substantive issue which is meant for the people of Bihar. You please tell me one issue, Mr. Nikhil can also say, one issue which affects the lives of people of Bihar. He has not talked about anything. So he hallucinates, right? He's pretty delusional that way. He picks up a topic and keeps going to people and no resonance, nothing. So this entire SIR for him is just a moment of being in limelight for a few days. Another election is going to come and he's again going to be on a political...
So the motorcycle has become the motive, perhaps trying to project some kind of political momentum. We don't know whether that's going to happen in terms of mileage or not.
Nikhil, where is the political momentum? Is it going to be with Mr. Stalin?
He's hoping for it. Nikhil, quick rebut, then I'll give the last word to Manish and Rajat. Yes, Nikhil, quick one.
So I don't quite understand if the BJP thinks that elections being rigged in the world's largest democracy is not an issue important to the voters. What is? And it's not the only issue that Rahul Gandhi and Tejasvi have been raising. They've been talking about unemployment. They've been talking about a rise in crimes. They've been talking about a government that's completely in the hands of bureaucrats.
But this time the ice cream flavor they say is vote chori.
It may be vote chori, but there are many other garnishings to that ice cream, and there are a buffet of desserts other than that. And the voters are going to choose wisely, I'm sure. And the last thing, Mr. Manish and Mr. Rajat are both being quite hypocritical when they say that Rahul Gandhi is being a political tourist and JCB ki khudai dekhne bhi itne log aa jate hain. So should I be saying that the same thing for the Prime Minister? Whenever he goes for a rally, is he just a tourist? Whenever people are coming around to watch him, is it just because JCB dekhne bhi koi khada ho jata? That is how politics is. Every leader will draw a lot of crowds.
Fair enough. Manish, quick answer, then I'll give Rajat the last word.
Crowds don't always translate.
Manish, quick answer. Why are you saying Rahul Gandhi is a tourist, political tourist? Everyone goes everywhere. Quick answer, Manish, then I'll end with Rajat.
Mr. Nikhil is not privy to the number of times the Prime Minister of India has actually come to Bihar. When elections are there, even then and even before elections. So he can just go and Google and count the number of times he has come. But he comes for work. He comes for infrastructure. He comes for the development of Bihar. How many times Rahul Gandhi has come in last 5 years when elections were not there? That I would like to know. He has not come at all. In fact, he doesn't make any statement related to the people of Bihar. Nothing. He doesn't connect to us at all. So I am really appalled what Mr. Nikhil is saying, and he just cannot compare with what the Prime Minister has done for the people of Bihar. Look at the kind of development that has happened. Look at the kind of loans. There are number of things I can count on. So there is absolutely no connect. No
so political tourist, political paratrooper.
Can I have 5 seconds?
Rajat, I'll give you the last word. At the end of the day, it all comes down to whether this is going to convert into something substantive come the elections. Whether there is resonance, that other word that we love using. Do you think this is having or will have any resonance, Rajat? Last word.
See, I think quite honestly, you need to have an issue which you can carry on till the day of voting. And this issue of SIR has too many internal contradictions. If you believe that the election process is rigged, then why are you going into the election process? If you believe that the voter list is rigged, you're still going out and the people of you're trying to gather and try to engage with, all of them have their names in the voter list. So these internal inconsistencies in this core issue that Congress wants to make, I believe it doesn't have the emotive pull power to be able to sustain through the election cycle. And I believe after a point in time, even RJD is going to go back to the moot issues so that they can continue the elections on the issues that they want to fight this election on. I mean, look at, this is 101 of election. You need to do surveys, establish what the real issue is, and then make make the government accountable on those issues. You know why these issues come in? Because you have a set of 4 or 5 advisors who have never been to the streets of Bihar. You have a Jairam Ramesh and a bunch of other people from southern India and from Jain and all who don't have an understanding of Bihar. And you come out with these artificial issues which do not have traction on the ground. So you can do these theatrics for certain days and weeks, but it is not going to entice the people of Bihar. This is my understanding. And I believe RJD will sooner or later realize this and again try to drive the election into a different direction where they are more comfortable in.
Okay, for now the RJD is very much riding with Rahul Gandhi. Will they change their minds? Will they take it on a different track, on a different highway? We don't know just yet. There are weeks to go for the election. And I say weeks because it is literally now just weeks before the actual election happens at the end of this year. So we'll have to see how it goes. For the moment, for these days, for these weeks, Rahul Gandhi is sitting on a motorcycle and cruising through the hinterland of Bihar, hoping that these images become compelling enough to amplify his vote chori slogan into some kind of a movement and a wind that carries forward from Bihar into the elections next year. Rajat, Manish and Nikhil, thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining me on this.